Are we streaming? Are we streaming? Are we streaming? We are streaming. We are streaming. We are live.
Hey!
How's it going, YouTube? We are just about to get things underway. Today, we're going to be talking the sad news that came out of wrestling, really.
You're pretty happy for someone talking about sad news.
Well, I'm not just going to...
Hey, guys. Unfortunately...
No. But yeah.
He's excited because we're going to talk Wrestle Kingdom 13.
That's true. So, getting things underway in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back inside the CKDJ studios right here for Wrestling with Ideas on CKDJ 1079. Ottawa's new music, of course. I am the music man, Colin Scully. Alongside me this week, the man with no excuses, Jonathan Skuse.
That's right. Much like RVD, I'm one of a kind, and, well, we lost somebody one of a kind today, Scully.
True, yep. It was... I believe it was earlier this morning.
Whenever you texted me is whenever I found
texted
out.
you. Yeah, I got here at about 11 o'clock this morning, and I found out that Mean Gene Okerlund had passed away at the age of 76.
Yeah.
Definitely all professional wrestling backstage interviewers, commentators, ring announcers, whatever, could learn something from this guy.
I think they try to learn something from this
right.
guy.
I was saying, I was talking to Marco.
Yeah.
About Mean Gene, because I texted him too, and that's how he found out, was that I told him. And I'm like, if there was ever to be a WWE Performance Center wing for on-air talent apart from wrestlers,
oh, absolutely.
imagine how well Gene Okerlund would do as a coach, and then imagine how much better.
Oh yeah, if Gene Okerlund had Michael Cole before we got Michael Cole, we might have a completely different Michael Cole. Like if Gene Okerlund taught Michael Cole everything he knew, we might have a different Michael Cole. It would be way better.
Yeah. But he was in WCW.
I know. Like there's a reason why we didn't get it.
Yeah.
But just thinking if he could have passed his knowledge along, would have been pretty sweet.
And then he had said, nah, they just need to stand there and not look like idiots and be actual investigative journalists. And I don't know where my mind went, but as soon as he said investigative journalism, the first thing I thought of was Alex Jones.
Oh, boy.
And then I'm like... And then he goes, imagine the Heyman interviews with Alex Jones as a backstage announcer.
The Heyman interviews?
Yeah, imagine Alex Jones backstage interviewing Paul Heyman.
Wow. I don't even want to imagine that.
No way.
No. Oof. That's pretty stiff. But yeah, no, it's Mean Gene passed away. The first big loss of 2019, and we're only 2 days in.
Not even 2 days in.
Not even 2 days in.
Well, at the time that you're listening to this on the radio or on podcast, it probably is at least 2 days in. So yeah, Mean Gene passing away. Here is a clip of one of probably the most infamous Mean Gene moments of all time.
Absolutely infamous.
By the way, folks, that was not...
Jericho is not here. He's in Japan.
And speaking of Japan...
And Chris Jericho.
We have a fairly big show this Friday. Friday?
Is it Friday at 3 a.m.?
Friday at 2, I think, actually.
Oof. I'll have to watch that on Friday night.
Yeah.
But
Wrestle Kingdom 13.
No pre-shows, huh?
No, well, yeah, pre-show. The gauntlet match.
I always assumed that it was part of the show itself. But speaking of the gauntlet match, tell us the competitors and the rules of this gauntlet match.
Okay, so if you guys are familiar with regular gauntlet matches in the WWE, or if you're familiar, then you'll know. But this is for the people who aren't familiar necessarily. So you have, in this case, it'll be 6-man tag match. 3 guys on one corner, 3 guys on the other. They start, they wrestle. Whoever wins faces the next team to come out, yada, yada, yada.
Precisely.
Yeah. So the tag teams for this, we'll do predictions now as well.
Absolutely.
So they haven't announced who's going to be starting in the ring yet. But so far, the tag teams announced. Now, apparently, they can change.
They can change. I heard a couple rumors already.
So first tag team announced Togi Makabe, Toru Yano, and Ryusuke Taguchi. Yuji Nagata, Jeff Cobb, and Dave Finlay Jr.
Well, there's your Jeff Cobb for all you Jeff Cobb fans.
Hello. Chaos, this time consisting of Hiroki Goto, Trent Beretta, and Chucky T.
Chucky T. Oh, and of course, I'm not going to say the Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar is the Suzuki of WWE, not vice versa. On Team Suzuki, it's Lance Archer and
Davey Boy Smith.
I was going to say, it looks like Monroe Sky from over here, and I know that is not true.
I need to figure out a way to get a soundboard like on my laptop.
I need to find a way to see the screen, man.
Okay.
Because I was also reading down the list, and I thought I read the Young Bucks, but it came up as the Von Erichs, and I think I need glasses because the Von Erichs are not at Wrestle Kingdom 13, folks. All right, this is much better. Much better. Minoru Suzuki, Lance Archer, and Davey Boy Smith Jr. versus The Elite, which is composed of
Hangman Page, Yujiro Takahashi, and Marty Scurll.
Not Bad Luck Fale?
No, Bad Luck Fale is part of the OGs.
Ah.
With the Tongans.
With the Tongans. Okay.
Yeah. Speaking, we'll talk a little bit about the big announcement that came on New Year's Day.
Yes.
With the episode of Being the Elite. After we get through the rest of this card, though.
Yes. Because we do have
that is the elephant in the room. There's a lot to break down in
absolutely.
that. Anyways, up next, the first match. I'm assuming this is the order that they're giving us.
I don't see a problem with this order.
No. One of my friends, who I'm not allowed to say his name on radio right now, but let's just say, if you guys know the in-joke of Hornswoggle is going to be going to Japan to see this show, and hopefully Hornswoggle can come back and talk about it with us later on this month.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say. Bell Media, please don't kill us. On the first match in the main card, we've got Kota Ibushi versus Will Ospreay for the Never Openweight Championship.
I'm still in the Ospreay hype from like 3 years ago. So I'm picking Ospreay in this one.
Ospreay, was he the one that wore Spider-Man gear all the time?
Not that I can say. He's the one who always has like all those flags on his trunks.
No. I know who Will Ospreay is, but I just thought
I wouldn't be surprised if Will Ospreay did like some CZW Spider-Man.
Yeah.
CZW Spider-Man.
Now I'm just imagining a terrible Spider-Man knockoff in CZW, but it's not Spider-Man, it's just Man Spider.
All I can see is Super Cop Dick Justice versus Spider-Man in a CZW ring.
Hey, Super Cop, if you're listening to this, respond to my message, please.
Yeah, man, we want to interview you on the show, but somebody else we want to interview, Los Ingobernables de Japón.
So, I can't talk today.
Los Ingobernables de Japón, which is Bushi and Shingo, Takagi.
Yeah.
Versus
Roppongi 3K.
Roppongi 3K and Suzuki Gun.
The other members of Suzuki Gun, Yoshinobu Kanemaru and El Desperado, in a three-way tag team match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. Now, John.
Yes.
People talk about the being of too many belts in the WWE.
Look at this card, Scully.
Hear me out. In New Japan, you've got all the.
We're gonna run them down.
You've got the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
You've got the IC title, the US title, and the Heavyweight Tag titles.
Yep.
Then you've got the Junior Heavyweight title and the IWGP Junior Tag title, or whatever the hell it is.
Scully.
Yes.
I want you to pretend this is 2017.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, in 2018,
or 2019?
Or 2019, I should say. But pretend whatever year it is.
Yeah.
But if I told you in 2019 that Wrestle Kingdom 13 would only have one non-title match, and in that match is Okada, would you believe me?
No.
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 But sure enough, Wrestle Kingdom 13, the only match that's not for a title, is featuring Okada.
And
it's the third main event.
And Switchblade Jay White. But
Who is up? I learned a lot about Switchblade Jay White today.
Yeah.
I didn't know he came up in the dojos.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. Well, he's from New Zealand, right?
Yes,
So,
I knew that.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he came up through the Japanese dojos. That's pretty awesome.
Was it the dojos in Japan?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
And we can swear, I just remembered, because I
Yeah.
can do post-prod and everything's fine.
Post-prod, pal.
Yep, that's going to be a new
But going back to this...
this amazing card here, we've got Tomohiro.
No. You didn't tell me who you think's going to win the junior.
We didn't even talk about who was going to win the first two.
I said that... no, I didn't say.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I think Team Suzuki's going to win it.
Yep, and then Kota Ibushi versus Ospreay.
I think Osprey's going to take it.
Same here. For the three-way tag for the junior heavyweight tag team belts, Roppongi.
You think it's Roppongi? I'm making a bold prediction. I think Los Ingobernables is winning all of their matches. And yes, I will continue to pronounce it as Los Ingobernables.
Okay. Up next, we got Tomohiro Ishii versus Zack Sabre Jr. for the Rev Pro Heavyweight Championship.
How does Zack Sabre Jr. not win the British Heavyweight Championship in Japan? And isn't he from New Zealand?
Zack Sabre?
Yeah.
No.
No, okay, he's English. Okay. I thought he was. I was probably thinking
it's
of.
Switchblade.
No, it's not Switchblade. I think it's Zach Gibson or somebody like that I'm thinking
Zach
of.
Gibson's from Liverpool.
Then who's
He's got the whole gimmick about being Liverpool's number one. What?
Travis Banks. That's what I'm
There
thinking
you go.
about.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking
How'd
about.
you get Travis Banks and Zack Sabre Jr. confused?
Because they used to be a tag team in Defiant.
Right.
Yes.
This is why you watch more UK wrestling than I do.
Yes. But yes, Zack Sabre Jr., how does he not take the British Heavyweight Championship?
I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting because, they're both different styles of tech. They're both technical wrestlers.
But it's Ishii.
But, he's a technical wrestler. Though.
Ishii is he's like a Steven Regal's technical wrestler. He is technical. But Zack Sabre Jr., how do you not win the British Heavyweight Championship?
Yeah. I agree with that completely here. Up next, Gorillas of Destiny versus Los
Ingernable.
This time Sonata and Evil versus the Young Bucks for the IWGP Tag Team Championship. I can tell you, John, who's not going to win this match.
Is it F the Young Bucks?
Yes. But not for the reasons that you may think. I am wearing a Bullet Club t-shirt right now.
You're wearing a Party Marty shirt. Don't kid yourself. Party Marty.
I was watching Chapter 2 of Progress yesterday. And it had Party Marty versus who was that?
No Fun Done?
That will not be a thing, John.
Somebody needs to make that match. But no, it is not going to be the Young Bucks. I think it's Los Ingobernables.
Again?
Yes, I think they're taking all the gold. They're the anti-establishment team. I think they're going to do the upset.
No! They are...
They used to be the anti-establishment team.
How can you say that they're the anti-establishment team when you have...
What do you mean, how can I
Bullet
say
Club
that?
Firing Squad.
The only thing I know about about the Los Ingobernables is that they told Naito he wasn't good enough to main event Wrestle Kingdom, and he fucked off to Mexico, and that literally started a feud in Japan. That is how anti-establishment frickin' Los Ingernable de Japon is.
Fair.
But anyways, back to the point. Not the Young Bucks.
Not the Young Bucks. I am going to agree with you. Now...
But you don't think they're going to win
here's the
junior
thing,
heavyweight.
Here's the thing. No, I said... no, Roppongi's probably...
Yeah.
My prediction for them is Roppongi.
Okay.
Now, for this match, though, the tag championship match, it has to be, if they win, if Sonata and Evil win, they have to pin the Gorillas of Destiny.
Yes. Well, I mean...
The only plausible explanation for the Young Bucks being pinned is if it's the Gorillas of Destiny, because that way it gives them a send-off.
It gives them a send-off, but anybody can pin the Young Bucks because we won't be seeing the Young Bucks. that we know.
No, but I feel like it'd add a little bit of heat if they were to do it. If
the Gorillas, they would get more heat than anyone else, of course.
Yeah. Speaking of Bullet Club, or ex-Bullet Club, we've got Cody versus Juice Robinson for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship.
I thought I've seen this match before.
You have, but it was the other way around.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's going to go back to that way.
I believe Juice Robinson's going to retain because I know Cody is signed to All Elite Wrestling.
Which we will talk about later.
But I don't know if they're allowed to compete cross-brand like some Ring of Honor stars.
Well, we're going to talk about that later because there's a lot to talk about.
But I'm still picking Juice Robinson to win the title.
Same here. Because if there does end up being a cross-promotion thing, it's not going to be for a while.
Exactly.
They still haven't even announced their TV.
Well, they don't know yet, probably.
Well, they already have.
How long did it take for All In's TV to get?
Not very long.
Well, this is also not very new. Like, it's brand new. So, but anyways, on to Wrestle Kingdom 13, Kushida versus Bone Soldier Taiji Ishimori.
For the Junior Heavyweight Championship, Kushida keeps.
Man, I hope Ishimori wins, but I think Kushida's going to retain.
Okay. Kazuchika Okada versus Jay White in a matchup of... Was Jay White ever... He was never the leader of Chaos, eh?
No, but no. He was, you could have argued, but he was never officially the leader.
Like, he was sort of like the de facto kind of like
yes.
how...
Kind of like how Seth Rollins is the leader of the Shield.
But
Roman
there
Reigns
is the leader of the
But
Shield.
there is no leader of the Shield.
Yeah.
Because if Roman Reigns was the leader of the Shield, then who's to say Dean Ambrose wasn't? It wasn't Dean all along.
Fair.
It's me, Seth! It was Dean all along!
Could you imagine if they ran a higher power gimmick
with Dean Ambrose? That wouldn't make any sense because Dean Ambrose would be like the guy to like... No, maybe not. Dean Ambrose is crazy enough. He could have like a Trevor Lee type cult. Or not a Bray Wyatt cult.
Trevor Lee is now a free agent, actually.
Look out, NXT. I think why not?
Yeah, him and DJZ as well.
Yeah, I saw DJZ. I thought it was Robbie E's tag team partner.
Yeah, DJ Zema Ion back from like 2012, fucking 2013.
Yeah, so can we get a bromance reunion?
No!
Bromance reunion in NXT. Let's go.
Bromance reunion, and then they come up, and then Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins and Mojo Rawley.
Yeah.
You have DJZ and the Bromance against Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, and Mojo Rawley.
Not even Mojo Rawley, just like the Street Profits too.
Now, the Bromance versus the Street Profits, as much as I fucking hate the Bromance, I wouldn't mind seeing that match.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, Wrestle Kingdom 13.
Oh, how did I not talk about this?
Who wins Okada versus White?
White.
Yes.
He's a heel.
Is he the heel in this match?
Okada in Japan with our friend Hornswoggle in attendance? How is Jay White not the heel?
Fair. Chris Jericho versus Tetsuya Naito.
Oh, it kills me to say that Jericho's losing the title here, but I absolutely believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's one reason.
What happens to Jericho after this? Does he go to All Elite, or does he?
He flounders around for like 3 months, and then he'll pop up out of nowhere, and none of us will. None of us will know. He might even just go to the Royal Rumble.
That's probably what he'll do. He'll take a couple weeks off. He'll show up to the Rumble as like a one-off, kind of like how Jim Ross comes back just for WrestleMania.
Jericho will come back. He'll be in the Rumble
for like 10 minutes as one of the legends.
Yeah, he'll be, and then he'll like appear maybe AEW later, but. I thought Chris Jericho
was going to appear.
AEW.
Oh, okay. I thought you said AEW was going to appear again in WWE, and I was about to shit myself.
No. The only reason I think Chris Jericho's dropping it is because he said that he was going to try to end Naito's career.
No, Naito said that he was going to try and end Jericho's career.
Jericho said on his podcast that he was going to try and end Naito's career.
Okay, well...
And that's the only reason I think Jericho's losing it, because he said he cut a promo saying I was going to end his career. And if anybody's career is close to an end, it's not Naito, buddy. Well, he's still got years.
Naito's 36.
And Jericho's 48. Or 47, 48. Yeah.
48.
So, like, if there's somebody whose career is coming to, he's in the twilight, as much as Chris Jericho doesn't look like he's in the twilight of his career, it's not Naito.
Very true. We do have to take a quick commercial break real quick, but before, we have to talk about the main event for Wrestle Kingdom 13, live from the Tokyo Dome on January 4th. Kenny Omega versus Hiroshi Tanahashi for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, well, I think it's unfortunate. I think Omega is dropping the title, but
Now, if Omega drops, like is he staying in Japan or is he?
He could. I think he's still got like a year left on his contract.
Yeah, and then
So he could like work like the next 2 big events and drop it later.
because he's already scheduled to face Okada again at Dominion.
Yes. Oh boy, here we go again.
Okada Omega.
Another 6-star match, folks.
Well, Dominion last year was 7 stars.
Well, it'll be 6 stars this time because it won't be as good because we've seen it before. Isn't this like 4 or 5?
The Dominion will be 5.
Yeah, like.
Uh,
But let's talk about Tanahashi if he wins the heavyweight title. Is that would you believe that if I told you that 2 years ago?
Well, he was the heavyweight champion 2 years ago. Tanahashi.
Okay, well, I wouldn't have believed it if you told me last year.
Yeah. Well, he was. I think it was. Let me just go through because I'm pretty sure.
We'll get back to you after this commercial break.
I mean, we're still here on.
we're still on stream, but.
So now we're going to talk about All Elite, of course.
AEW.
What? At Power Struggle, Ishii defeated Suzuki. On November 9th at Rev Pro's Uprising, Ishii successfully defended the championship against David Starr.
David Starr, your mom's favorite wrestler.
I think it's your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler.
No, David Starr is your mom's favorite wrestler.
Very true.
David Starr.
I'll just fuck it. I'll look it up on my laptop. It's closer. We're back.
So where's Daryl? Or is that the
Who the fuck is Daryl?
Daryl the Cat from New Japan Pro Wrestling? Do you not? Is it Takahashi, Hiromu?
Hiromu Takahashi.
Yeah. I know he's injured, correct?
Yes.
Where's Daryl? Does he still have Daryl the Cat?
I don't think so.
I thought Jericho set him on fire. Jericho feud with Takahashi and set Daryl on fire. Do it.
Anyways, so now we gotta talk about. We're gonna talk All Elite now.
All Elite.
Okay, so going back on air in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back inside the CKDJ studios, right here for Wrestling with Ideas on CKDJ 1079 live on YouTube as well. Hey guys,
The Elite have done it.
the Elite have done it. Of course, I'm the Music Man, Colin Scully alongside me, the man with no excuses, Jonathan Skuse, and as you mentioned,
The Elite have done it.
so it was announced, I believe, at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time on January 31st of
January 31st.
December 31st, 2018, that there was going to be a very special episode of Being the Elite to air at midnight Eastern Standard. Of course, this was the announcement of All Elite. This was like the rumors were basically confirmed for a while now, but it had been finally announced by them all.
And all of them just being like not the Golden Elite, sorry. Just Cody, the Young Bucks.
Cody the Young Bucks and Hangman Page.
Yes, there was no Kenny.
Not yet.
Not yet. But it was the 4 of them. They announced that they're doing it.
Right.
They have their own wrestling company. Now, whether it's just going to be them wrestling themselves, because it is called All Elite.
Well, there were rumors going around. Like, there's a lot. We could.
There is a lot of rumors going around.
We could talk about this for like the entire, for this entire segment.
For example, I was convinced after I heard that there was going to be All Elite Pro Wrestling that Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson were gone. I was convinced they were gone.
First, I guess we could talk about. There's a thing from Sportskeeda here saying 5 superstars who could leave.
Who could? That's just BuzzFeed. We don't read that.
Well, the Revival?
Yeah,
What do you
exactly.
mean? Okay, no.
That's why you don't read that stuff. Now, what I was saying is that I was dead convinced Gallows and Anderson, All Elite.
Yeah.
All Elite. And then they got their own Botchamania show on the WWE Network.
Yeah.
To which I'm like, well, maybe they're not going right away. Maybe they'll just join next year.
Yeah. I don't know. But, like,
AJ Styles' contract is ending soon.
they are talking about him possibly.
And why not? If I was Finn Balor, I'd tell Vince McMahon, give me my Universal title or I'm going. If I was Finn Balor, I would.
Pulling a reverse Bret Hart.
Like, listen, I won the Universal title and I was cheated out of it due to injury and I never got my rematch. It's either I get my rematch or I'm going to go hang out with Cody. And you know how Vince probably really doesn't like Cody right now. Turned down like a 7-figure offer and started his own wrestling company.
Yep. Now, they're the president of All Elite
Yes.
Wrestling is Tony Khan.
Of the Jacksonville Jaguars, I believe.
Jacksonville Jaguars as well as Fulham FC in the English Premier League. So, with this guy, the Khan family worth billions of dollars.
Like as Titus would say, billions of dollars.
Like Shad Khan, Tony's father, is worth, as of 2019, $6.3
Wow.
billion.
That's billion with a B, folks.
Yeah. So he's principal owner of Jacksonville Jaguars, Fulham FC, All Elite Wrestling. This is big for their TV deals as well as just their general marketing.
Precisely. Like if they've got the money and it's not all out of their own pocket, it's like Eric Bischoff with Ted Turner. It could be an incredibly dangerous combination for the WWE. Could be. Hypotheticals here.
Yeah. Now, of course, Cody is the executive vice president. Cody and the Young Bucks are both executive vice presidents.
Yes, because they're probably like, you know how Dusty Rhodes was booking, Wally was wrestling, and Ric Flair was a booker, Wally was wrestling, and
When the hell was Ric Flair a booker?
I think he was a booker in WCW.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I
I
don't.
know Dusty Rhodes was a booker when he was in the AWA.
I know Ric Flair was a booker. Harley Race was a booker. Lots of people book and wrestle in the same promotions. It's not unheard of. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's also what Cody and the Young Bucks are doing. But I don't know. We haven't seen one episode yet. It's hard to guess what's going to happen.
We don't even know. They haven't even announced a TV deal yet. All that they have announced is that there's going to be an All Elite Wrestling rally on January 8th.
A rally, you say?
Correct. And then, of course, there's
Is
also-
Enzo Amore going to crash the rally like he does so many WWE anything that happens in New York? Eric Arndt is signed to All Elite Wrestling. That would just make my day. If they brought back Colin Cassidy as well. Eric Arndt and Colin Cassidy signed to AEW. Oh, versus the Young Bucks.
Save me, please.
Well, you know the Bucks are going over, pal.
Well, yeah.
Wait, you don't want to see a double super kick to Enzo? You wouldn't want to see that?
It's not that I don't want to see that. I just never want to see Enzo Amore in a wrestling ring again.
Well, since we're talking about All Elite, what would Colin Scully like to see in All Elite Pro Wrestling?
Cody versus AJ.
That's it?
Well, I mean, like, are we okay.
Who do you want
Let
to
me-
see
let
in
me-
there?
let me-
What
let me-
matches would you like to see? And how big would you like them to get?
Oh, All Elite Wrestling, they're probably going to be bigger than Impact.
Well, are you kidding me? Impact offered to sell themselves to Cody and the Young Bucks, and Cody and the Young Bucks said no.
Did they?
I don't know if this article is true, but I read online that Impact offered to sell themselves to All Elite Wrestling, and All Elite said no. And they have Fallah Bahh. How can you say no with such incredible talent and such main events like Eric... Who? Eddie Edwards? What? Fallah Bahh, Congo Kong? Jimmy Jacobs isn't even wrestling? Who am I thinking
Killer
of?
Cross?
Who am I thinking of here? He was the champion. He's gonna wrestle Abyss. He's gonna wrestle Abyss at Monster Ball. I think his first name's Eric or Drew. No, it's not Drew.
Eli Drake?
Eli Drake. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you have such talent.
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing Eddie Edwards versus a guy like Hangman Page.
You know who I like to see? Sami Callihan in AEW. Although I think he just
I've been watching actually. Have you been watching any MLW recently?
No, I have not.
MLW is fucking great.
I would believe it.
They are really like they have like I'll look up their roster right now to get your reaction because the other Hart one that isn't actually always there, Davey Boy just signed an exclusive contract with them.
Okay, Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Yep.
Who is also at Wrestle Kingdom 13.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's probably going to be his last.
I don't know. It all depends on how like exclusive the contracts are.
Yeah. Pretty exclusive from what I hear, actually. So you've got the Hart Foundation, the new Hart Foundation.
Oh, yeah, this is the new Hart Foundation.
Low-Key is there. You know, the guy that ripped off, whose ear was it?
Yes, I know who Low-Key is.
Yeah. Colonel Parker.
Colonel Parker?
Yeah, the white guy, the old JBL.
Oh, my goodness.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the leader of Stud Stable, which is basically Jake Hager.
No idea who that is.
Jack Swagger.
I thought he was Jake Strong.
He is in different promotions.
Oh, okay. Carry on.
Jake Hager and the Dirty Blondes, who I can't remember what their name is.
I've heard that name thrown around before.
The Dirty Blondes?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who I'm a big fan of is Ace Romero. Do you know who this guy is?
Nope.
The Ace Romero, he wrestled Marco Stunt a couple weeks ago on MLW TV. Ace Romero, the guy is fucking like 400 pounds. Hold on. I don't know, but like...
Is Walter on the roster?
No, because, well, he's in Europe, but he's going to be in NXT UK pretty soon.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they signed him.
We got Walter?
Yeah.
Can we please see Walter chop like Brock Lesnar?
No.
Yes.
Because no. I hope to God that by the time that Walter makes it to the main roster, Brock Lesnar is fucked off like a long time ago.
You got a point there. I just want to see Walter just take.
Because they haven't even publicly announced that they've signed him yet. There's rumors, and it's been confirmed that they've signed him, but they're keeping it really low key.
Low key.
Oh yeah. I'm a big fan of the Promociones Dorado type thing that Selena De Laurentiis running with LA Park.
Okay.
And El Hijo de LA Park, who are both like...
I don't know, you say Park, all I can think of is...
La Parka.
Unmasked Labyss.
It's La Parka and his kid, basically. More or less. MJF, of course, is there.
MJF, my boy!
Teddy Hart is the MLW middleweight champion.
Yeah?
If I told you, like, let's say... I don't know, 20 years ago.
Oh, wow, jeez. When I was 3?
I don't know, okay, fine, 10 years ago. Okay. 10 years ago. That in 2019, a Hart, a member of the Hart family, would hold a somewhat major championship in 2019. Would you believe me?
Sure. I would think it'd be Natalia.
Yeah.
But, no. Now, what would you say if I told you 10 years ago that Teddy Hart has a cat that can do a moonsault? Would you believe that? Can we see Teddy Hart's cat versus Will Ospreay for the never open weight? Okay, maybe not for a title. Maybe because I've seen not Will Ospreay, but I've seen somebody. I think it was Kenny Omega actually work with like a broomstick. Like, you know how people say that guy could work with a broomstick? Well, this guy worked with a broomstick and a blow-up doll and a bunch of other stuff.
Al Snow?
No, not Al Snow. Kenny Omega never wrestled Al Snow. He wrestled Head, though.
I'm imagining fucking...
Is Al Snow an MLW?
Al Snow's too busy running OVW.
I was going to say, doesn't he own OVW? Yeah. Who else could be an MLW?
Who else could?
Isn't Booker T involved with MLW?
No.
Well, then
He's
what's
got his own thing called Reality of Wrestling, I think.
which he's lacing up the boots, ladies and gentlemen.
Is he for them?
For them.
Oh god.
Yeah. No, I'm getting Jerry Lawler-itis here. Like, is he gonna like run it like Memphis, where like Jerry was like a 100-time champion?
Where Jerry held championships everywhere else other than like his top promotion?
Yes.
I hope
Whereas,
God
like,
not.
They say Ric Flair has the most title reigns, but like if you count Memphis, Jerry Lawler beats him by like 20.
Oh man. Just before I think we have to cut to a commercial break pretty soon. We're fine for time. We've got like another 4 minutes. But just before we cut to a commercial break, we'd like to take this time to promote a couple of our partners here. One of their graphics isn't up on the screen as we speak. I'll add that in later. First, we got the Wrestling Life out of Maryland. Somewhere around Baltimore. A couple of brothers, Ethan and...
Are they good brothers?
They're probably gonna like come to Ottawa just to shoot you or punch you in the face for
But-
making that joke.
But if they are good brothers, does that make us a couple of, you know what, I'm just going to say it, nerds? Hey, good brothers down in Maryland. I hear the Ravens made the playoffs.
Yeah.
You
Anyway.
should be too busy celebrating that to come attack me. But shout them out, Scully.
Check them out at the Wrestling Life. They're on iTunes, basically everywhere that we are. As well, we'd like to take this time to shout out Wrestling 613.
613.
Marky Mark and the Smark every Friday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live, uploaded a couple days after on iTunes and Spotify. As well, a new promotion.
And new.
Relatively new these guys are. They started out, I believe it was in September. Not Wrestling 613, but the 613 Wrestling Podcast.
You'd have 613 Wrestling, 613 in Wrestling, and then you switch them around and you get another podcast.
Very true, of course, that Wrestling, or 613 Wrestling, that's going to confuse me.
Well, I could confuse
Kyle
you.
Joseph and Mark Cote.
And you take their 33 2/3 a chance of winning.
As soon as I said I'm going to confuse you, I fucking knew.
And then you take our 33 and a third chance of winning. And the
you
613 podcast chance of winning. And we drastically go down.
And we drastically go into a commercial break so I can beat up Skuse live on air. You're listening to Wrestling with Ideas right here on CKDJ 1079.
Yo, as if Big E did Steiner Math on SmackDown. Did you see SmackDown? Like whenever Big E came out in the diaper and they're cutting the promo in the ring, it's like, and then if you take the Usos 33 and a third chance of, no, they were talking about the Royal Rumble. If you take Kofi's 33 and a chance of winning, and you take Xavier's 33 and a third chance of, stop it. You're doing Steiner Math.
Did they say
They said Steiner Math on air. Like if you YouTube it, it might actually come up. Oh my goodness. They actually said Steiner Math on air. Senor Joe.
All right. What do you want to talk about?
We didn't do Raw and SmackDown, but not much happened other than Rusev winning the title.
Well, no, Rusev was last week.
Yeah, but we didn't have a show last week.
There's really... Other than that...
We could talk about... I was going to say we could talk about Nightmare City, but we might want to save that for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantasy booking?
Oh,
You give me ideas, you fuck with
We'll
my
talk
head.
about AEW, and we could book that shit, because that's easy.
No, you just
Because
pick-
it's new.
You just pick my head with a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
Even have
it's
to be
easy. We'll talk-
Doesn't
well,
even
I
have
wanna
to be AEW. Just give me a bunch of fucked up scenarios and all.
Okay, yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it.
All right. Going back on air in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back inside the CKDJ studios right here for Wrestling with Ideas on CKDJ 1079, Ottawa's new music. Of course, I'm the music man, and Colin Scully, and alongside me, the man with no excuses, Jonathan Skuse.
And as I was saying before the commercial break, if you take my 33 and a third chance of winning, and then you add my 66 and 2/3 a chance winning, because, you know, the other podcasts know they can't beat me. We're going to bounce some ideas around here. Scully, IC Champs, Wrestle Kingdom, Royal Rumble. Do you think Jericho is going to be the champ after Wrestle Kingdom.
No.
So you think it's going to be Naito?
Yes.
Do you think Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose is going to be the IC champ after the Royal Rumble?
Depends on what kind of match it is.
Well, who do you think? Is he facing Seth 100% confirmed? Or is he going to have a new opponent?
Let's find out.
Because if he's facing Seth, I'm sorry, he's retaining. Maybe they'll have a match worth a damn this time.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I mean, that's the only way you could redeem that.
Yeah.
But no, because I'm saying Battle of the IC Champs, Naito versus Ambrose. What kind of a match, where, and who goes over?
Naito versus
Naito versus Ambrose. Now, I'm pretty sure, nothing against Dean Ambrose or John Moxley or whatever he's going to be referred to as, like, let's say this takes place in Japan. But what do you say, what kind of a match, first of all, would you have for Naito versus Ambrose?
Japanese death match.
Japanese, like with like piranhas and light sticks and
Just
C4.
light sticks. No, I didn't say a match from Wrestling Society X. You fuck. I said Japanese death match. Barbed wire, like wrapped around the ropes.
Okay,
kind of thing. Light sticks. Fucking.
That's like an Attitude Era IC title defense where you got like
It's an ECW.
fuck it, barbed wire, like
Yeah, fuck it. Barbed wire bats and the fucking barbed wire 2x4.
Although Impact does barbed wire very well. For what can be said nice.
Abyss.
Abyss.
No, the only people that do barbed wire well in Impact,
LAX.
Abyss, Eddie Edwards, and Sami Callihan.
I was gonna say, yeah, OVE, LAX, and Abyss. But like who else is being
Which LAX though? Like Santana Ortiz?
both of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean
the
Hernandez can't wrestle anymore.
No.
But it's besides the point.
But it's beside the point. Ambrose versus not Ibushi for Ambrose versus Naito. Naito, you idiot! I'm gonna end your career.
I would say Dean Ambrose would win that.
Yeah, I think technically, like if it was just like a one-on-one match, countouts, like no count, like count out, just a regular ass match. Rules are rules. Naito, but as soon as you put any stipulation in there,
Ambrose.
I think Ambrose.
Yeah.
So
now, I could just imagine the promos though, like having like how they have how they used to have the via satellite interviews.
Yeah.
Where they had like whoever the fuck it is in the ring.
Yeah.
And then they have the two guys up on the screen.
Kind of like, for example, Jeff Hardy's in the ring celebrating 25 years of Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe via satellite from like a bar. Yeah. That's a via satellite interview. Yeah.
I could just see Naito talking all about the Tranquilo bullshit. And
Dean Ambrose is not Tranquilo.
You want to talk about Tranquilo? The only thing that's going to be Tranquilo.
Dean Ambrose is not Tranquilo, especially right now.
The only thing that's going to be Tranquilo, pal, is my foot in your ass after...
At Wrestle Kingdom 13.
Yeah.
Or 14 or whatever. But now where would you have this match?
Wrestle Kingdom,
in Japan?
Yeah, 14.
14. Ambrose versus Naito. Naito! So let's do some WWE New Japan current roster crossovers. What else we got? I gave you Naito versus Ambrose. What do you have for me?
Omega versus Bryan.
Ew. Omega, please.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like Daniel Bryan. I've never was big into Daniel Bryan. Like at WrestleMania 30, I was rooting for Triple H.
Really? Were you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I don't care for the Yes movement.
Now, do you like his gimmick with...
I like his gimmicks.
Fickle...
I like all of his gimmicks.
Do you like his feud? I was watching the Cultaholic year-end podcast.
Yes.
Did you watch that?
I saw awards? Some of it.
One of the feuds that I think it was Ross pushed.
Yeah.
I think it was Ross.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan versus Needless Consumption.
Yes. Yeah. Fickle.
I guess. Do you want to do our own year-end awards right now?
Well, I don't have any awards, but if you could tell me what the award is for, I'm pretty sure I could drum something up.
Yeah, I'll just look up they used Meltzer's, so we'll just look up
Meltzer. All right, feud of the year, because that's going to be one. Feud of the year.
Feud of the year. Yeah, you can go first while I figure out the other ones.
Nakamura's foot and Styles' crotch. Feud of the year.
I think that was actually
That sounds like
the
something.
other one. I think it was Shinsuke versus Dix.
Shinsuke versus Dick.
Yeah, I think literally. I think
Wasn't
it was,
there a tag team called a Couple of Dicks?
Yeah, that's Super Coptic Justice and Cecil Nix.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is.
Shinsuke Nakamura versus a Couple of Dicks. Yes, please. There, C4. If you could, oh man, I'd watch that in C4.
If Shinsuke ever goes back to the 80s,
Hey, maybe he'd go to All Elite.
that reminds me of something before we do this. Stu Grayson actually had posted something about All Elite Wrestling.
Of course, Stu Grayson would.
I don't know. Anyways,
I'd like to see him go as an Ottawa indie guy, but only if he's going to be like Petey Williams or Lance Storm and be like that one Canadian guy who's crazy about Canada on the AEW roster. Like when Lance Storm was a member of Team Canada and WCW, and he won all the belts and he put little Canada flags on the belts.
yeah. Okay, so where the hell is it? Yo, do you want to stall for a bit?
Did you come up with a feud of the year?
Feud of the year? I still say Brian, not Brian and Ciampa, Gargano and Ciampa.
Ooh, that's a good feud.
Cause yeah,
You got how many good matches out of that? You're still getting good matches out of it.
yeah.
Like when DIY had that mini reunion at the versus Aleister Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was a tweet did you see the tweet that Gargano put out
Yes.
with something about either I will be better or I will DIY.
Yeah.
Me is like meaning to be pronounced as die trying.
Yeah. Or DIY trying.
They're gonna reunite
as heels.
as heels up until Wrestle Kingdom. Take over fucking
New York.
yeah.
Yeah.
In
Take over Brooklyn, maybe. Barclays Center.
no, they won't do take
No,
over
no,
Brooklyn again. They'll do take over wherever the fuck, whatever city.
But it's in New York, so it would be
It's
a
in New
takeover.
I think the stadium's in New Jersey.
I wouldn't be surprised if the stadium was in New Jersey. Are they doing a double broadcast like WrestleMania 2?
Oh Lord!
There's a hypothetical for you. What if WrestleMania 35 was a double broadcast like WrestleMania 2? And Braun Strowman is versus Brock is like Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy.
Dude, you're literally trying to make me leave this show right now.
Because I took your 33 and a third chance. Oh, I'm doing him an egg. So return. Who had the best return this year?
Like straight up return?
Yeah.
Or,
Like came back from, I don't know who was injured, but who would you say came back from injury? And as a side note, who do you think is going to come back from injury the strongest in 2019?
Roman Reigns.
Puh! You wish, pal.
I don't know.
What if I told you Kevin Owens is winning Money in the Bank this
Shit,
year?
I forgot about Kevin Owens.
He lost weight, man.
Did he?
I haven't seen the images, but I was reading like an update on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's current conditions, and apparently Kevin Owens lost weight. I think Vince McMahon is going to be like, he did it. He finally lost that weight. Push him to the moon, pal.
Kevin Owens lost weight and has a new tattoo. Let's see what this says.
That's what it was, but I didn't see a picture of Kevin Owens. I only skimmed through it, and I believed it enough to.
This is as of fucking yesterday.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Like, I don't know how slim he is. He's pretty slim.
I think this might be the first time. Do you think he's still gonna wrestle with the t-shirt on?
He might. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's his thing. Like, if you ever heard about Kevin Owens and his NXT photo shoot when he first came up and he didn't even know he was going to be a part of the calendar, and he came out in a singlet, and I think it was Enzo Amore, actually. Funny, we were just talking about him.
Yeah.
It's like,
do you want to just use the award, like the Slammy criteria? Like the
sure,
Slammy awards?
but I want to know who's going to. So you say Roman Reigns. I say Kevin Owens is going to have the best comeback.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are coming back and they're winning the tag championships.
Which one? The women's? Like Gerald Briscoe and Pat Patterson. They have
Or like
come
that
out
time that Eric Young was was part of the tag team with ODB, and they were the last ever Knockouts tag champions in TNA.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's go from the bottom up.
All right.
We're gonna use the 2015 awards as like if you're following at home. So first one, the This Is Awesome moment of the year. What can you think of off the top of your head?
What did Shane McMahon jump off of this year?
The Cell at Mania.
He jumped off the cell. No, that's not.
No.
That was in Texas, wasn't it? No, that wasn't in Texas. That's when he faced The Undertaker. Roman Reigns faced The Undertaker in Texas.
He jumped off a cell at some point in 2018.
The helicopter, wasn't that this year? Was it this year, the year that Shane McMahon survived a helicopter crash? Or was that last year? Because
It was this year.
There you go. That's the
Or
best.
last year.
Yeah, 2018, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't
It's
2017.
going to take us a couple weeks to adjust, guys. Don't
But
worry.
yeah,
about
no,
it.
it was in 2018, I believe, and if we're wrong, please correct us so we could know. But I think Shane McMahon and the helicopter is maybe not the This Is Awesome moment of the year,
I think that might fall into the into the OMG
into
moment.
the WTF moment of the year.
Yeah,
maybe.
there you go.
But no, This Is Awesome moment of the year. Daniel Bryan's return to in-ring action, I'd have to say, even though I just said I wasn't a big Daniel Bryan guy.
I would give that as well. The only other one that I could pitch, Becky Lynch finally, or the Becky Lynch fucking the
When
face
she-
breaking.
Oh, that is the This Is Awesome when she's standing in the crowd and
Yeah,
her face is
and
covered
you
in
get
blood.
Stone Cold vibes, kind of thing.
And she just killed Ronda Rousey too.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
a very
yeah.
good. This is awesome.
Yep, surprise return of the year.
Who came back this year? Rhino as Santa Claus?
I would probably say Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, I think Dean's the only one who actually came back and amounted to something.
Well, I mean,
Rey
Daniel
Mysterio.
Bryan.
Rey Mysterio didn't win a title, but he did technically come back
Yeah,
to
but
WWE.
Daniel Bryan too, right?
He came back from Daniel Bryan's just winning Slammies. Like Owen Hart, he's gonna have 2 Slammies.
Well, yeah, I mean, surprise return. I would probably have to say Dean Ambrose.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Or
think of
no.
who else came back.
I think that's pretty much it.
I think that was it. Because the rest were just call-ups.
Yeah,
But it was like they say it was an injury year, but they haven't come back yet. All those who were injured. Huh.
Yeah.
All right, shoot me with another one.
the OMG moment of the year.
Can I do the OMG fail moment of the year?
Go for it.
And that's whenever they threw Enzo out of Survivor Series.
That wasn't no. Oh yeah.
Whenever he was standing up on the chair and how you doing, and they got thrown out by security.
Yeah.
OMG moment of the year.
Yeah.
Whenever the Big Show joined the bar,
Yeah.
I said, "Oh my God!"
Yeah. You never
like-
know. I would probably fuck it. I'll just say that too. The LOL moment of the year.
When Big Show,
Our
joined-
when Big Show.
no, when Big Show turned heel and then face again. No, you were gonna say what was that?
R-Truth and Carmella.
I don't
The
know.
entire fucking thing.
I don't know. The fact that it led to them winning the mixed match challenge, I don't know how I feel about that. But they were like one of the only original teams still together due to injury.
Yeah.
Uh,
Who was it? Was it? It was Bailey who had her partner change on her like fucking
3 times.
3 times.
And she ended up with Apollo Crews. Or no, she had Kurt Hawkins last.
What?
Her last partner was Kurt Hawkins. It went Balor, Crews, and then Hawkins.
No. There was somebody else in there. Strowman.
No, Strowman was Alexa Bliss's partner,
Right,
and then
right,
Alexa
right.
Bliss teamed up with somebody else.
Why
And
do I
then they
feel-
lost.
It wasn't.
Maybe Alexa Bliss got teamed up with Hawkins.
I don't know. Anyways, fuck it. We're not talking about the mixed match challenge.
And we're not
anymore.
talking about Kurt Hawkins.
No. Extreme moment of the year.
Ooh. Whenever Dean Ambrose DDT'd Seth after the same night that Roman came out and he said he had leukemia.
Yeah.
That was
I have a
pretty-
couple- I have a couple different ones here for this one. I have either Randy Orton with the screwdriver. into
Okay,
Jeff Hardy's-
extreme moment of the year. Yeah, nope, that's the one. I still, even Jeff Hardy doesn't help because I can't stop complaining about him painting eyes on his eyes. Like, oh, stop blinking, Jeff. You're freaking me out.
Either that or the DDT from Tommaso Ciampa onto Johnny Gargano, like right at the end of their NXT Takeover match.
Oh, what was that
Onto
injury that Gargano sustained from Ciampa in the Last Man Standing match? That was pretty extreme too. That
It was
last man.
it was his ankle.
It was like a running knee or something like that. Yeah, that was pretty
broken
extreme.
orbital bone.
That was extreme.
But that entire match, really, their match at the Takeover before Mania,
yes.
that fucking was crazy because you had the moments where you had obviously the finish of Gargano being DDT'd like right at the last second of the match,
And then
onto the exposed, not the concrete, but the exposed wood, like the exposed like
wood
planks of the ring.
Yeah, but also that Last Man Standing match whenever Ciampa made the 10 count just because he rolled over and his feet hit the floor off the ramp and he was still handcuffed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's pretty anytime you get handcuffs involved, that's extreme. That's big boss man extreme.
Josh Alexander versus Sami Callihan at the one night only that Destiny Wrestling had with. Did you see the pictures of Josh Alexander?
Yes. Extreme moment of the year. Why am I not thinking about David Arquette and
Nick Gage?
Yeah.
Or the moment when were you there at Hard Target when TDT brought out the doors?
No. Did they put a guy through a door, or did they just hit him with it?
No, they put somebody through a door.
Oh,
I know Kobe Durst was put through like 4 chairs by Matt Angel in the main event.
Isn't Matt Angel the current C4 champion?
Yeah, he won it at Hard Target.
Yeah.
Like I said before that, if you put a guy on the poster, pal, and he's in a championship match.
If he's on the poster, I don't know.
Double cross of the year.
Not Dean Ambrose.
No. Well.
Not Dean Ambrose.
No? Just because we already knew it was going to happen at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Ciampa.
Well, no, that happened in 2017.
And then not Gargano because he technically turned heel. I don't know. That's a hard one.
There's one that I'm thinking of, but I can't fucking remember what it is. It was an NXT one.
What happened in NXT? Run me through this. I'll come up with something.
It wasn't. I guess really the only double cross that you could say that was a legitimate double cross.
Yeah.
Was there was a match. It was the Undisputed Era pre-Roderick Strong versus Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong for the tag titles.
Yes, that was
Roderick
a good one.
Strong. That was the match that Roderick Strong joined the Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
That right now that I can think of was the only real double cross other than Dean Ambrose.
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was gonna say when Chad Gable turned on Bobby Roode, but that hasn't even happened. Like they're still Raw Tag Team champions.
Mm-hmm.
I guess when the Miz turned on the B Team.
Yeah.
That's I'll say the Miz turning on the B Team because I like the B Team.
Tell me you didn't just say that. Insult of the year.
I'm gonna have to say Nikki Cross. She says a lot of stuff that I can't believe she just said. Scott Steiner is constantly saying stuff I can't believe he just said. R-Truth says a lot of stuff that I can't believe he just said.
Like, oh shit. I can't think of anything today.
Enzo Amore is Cruiserweight champion. Anything that came out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Anything that came out of his mouth.
Breakout star of the year.
Ooh, of the year.
Now we don't even have to limit this to WWE.
We could just say period.
Breakout star of the year.
Who are they really high on in WWE for a good reason too? Breakout star. Oh, come on.
Rusev?
No.
No.
No, he didn't break out. If you call that breaking out, then he broke out 3 times already. I'd say the Miz because he's always been in the background and now he's like more.
No,
in front.
what do you mean he's always been in the background? He's like a 4-time WWE champion.
Yeah, but he's only been in the main event of WrestleMania once, and he's been in the mid card ever since.
Yeah.
So like, but he also hasn't won the big gold belt yet, so it's not really a breakout.
I mean, he hasn't won the big gold belt yet, and it doesn't look like he will.
I think I'm gonna say Flip Gordon.
Yeah.
He had a good year.
Yeah.
He for someone who wasn't supposed to be at All In, he was at All In. All In happened this year. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. I can agree with that. The only other person really that I can think of, I mean, it was written this way, but Marco Stunt.
Yep.
I was at Dr. Bob's place.
Yo, we're both completely stupid. Breakout of the year. PCO.
Fuck. Yeah.
How did we not think of PCO?
He's 50 years old. The man is doing moonsaults.
And he's signed to Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Like, at 50, Chris Jericho is 48, but PCO is 50 and was, like, in the WWE way
20
before.
years ago.
Like, way before Jericho. PCO is in, like, PC.
Not by much.
Well, not like, but, like, he was there first.
Yeah.
And here he is now, at age 50.
In Ring of Honor, tagging with Marty Scurll and Brody King.
There you go. Like, why did we not say PCO? What a year for PCO. Mm-hmm. And all the stuff that we've seen him do locally, too.
I was at one of his last indie matches, probably ever, when I saw him face Evil Uno. And I almost got taken out by one of his fucking minions. They had like I think it was either 4 or 6 guys came out in Uno masks. And then I was working security for that, and I had to keep there was a little girl sitting in the front row.
Yeah.
And I had to fucking like because they were doing a spot right in my corner.
Yeah.
And I was shielding them like this. Meanwhile, fucking PCO goes and he chucks one of them outside of the ring. His back landed on like the tip of my foot, like right on my toes. That was the fucking worst. Match of the year.
Oh, I've seen so many good matches this year.
I have one that like I have a couple here.
Yeah.
I'll go first while you want to think.
Yeah.
The obvious one, I know you fucking hate it. Ibushi, or no. Okada Omega 4, 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah.
That was the most people in 2019 are gonna say that was probably the best wrestling.
Didn't we have Omega Jericho this year? Or who did Jericho face this year?
Ooh, I don't know.
Wrestle Kingdom 12. Who did Jericho face? Because if it wasn't, oh man. I'm just going to Pro Fight Database right this instant.
Jericho Omega, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was for the IC title, or the US title.
Jericho Omega?
Yeah.
For the US title?
Yeah, and then Okada defeated Naito.
Wow.
Funny how shit works.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Where was it? It was a PWG match, I believe. No.
What are you thinking?
No, it was an Evolve match that I was saying that was match of the year.
Oh, was it one of the Darby All-In matches, I think?
No. Well, one of my favorite, not the match of the year, but one of my favorite was that Game Changer Wrestling Joey Janela's Lost in New York PCO Matt Riddle. One of my favorite matches.
Yeah, I watched that live, and then that was the one that Destro actually came out with the fucking jumper cables, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Seeing Destro, I don't know. We're probably out of time.
Oh, probably.
I think we're out of time. Just over out of time. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for consuming your Wrestling with Ideas for this week. We'll be back next week with an interview from the Gym Nasty Boys. You're listening to Wrestling with Ideas, or you were listening to Wrestling with Ideas right here on CKDJ 107.9.